I'm talking fast here because we got to get to this inflation report and the effect it's having on markets, seeing the hottest inflation last month in 40 years.
Futures are in rally mode after the CPI data came in cooler than expected for the month of November. We've got some breaking news. A new report from CoinDesk says cryptocurrency exchange Binance is highly unlikely to go through with its proposed proposition of FTX.
He borrowed my belt bag for this segment, which I was lucky enough to get, I don't know, quite a while ago.
I will say it's a real honor to wear your vintage Lululemon belt bag, Julia. And you know what? I'm bringing out my aviators. Here are my suggestions because I have no friends at Gap.
Brad, maybe you should leave set now and just go to the airport. I don't know.
Let's welcome in AMC President and CEO Adam Aron, AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su.
Let's bring in Kathy right now, ARK Invest CEO and CIO.
Klarna CEO Sebastian Siemiatkowski.
I'm here with Chipotle CEO Brian Nickel, Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger.
I guess we're not going to Dave and Buster's anymore.
No more kids. We don't want the kids' business. We want you to come here.
I'm saying you and I are.
That's not very. That's not nice. That's just not. No. I'm going there. I don't care what that age group. Oh, that is awful.
There's no.
Craig Jelinek, it has been a pleasure to follow your career. Costco CEO. Craig, this thing is huge.
It's exactly.
This is really good.
I like some organic crunchy cereal. You know, Heritage Flakes. I mean,
what?
Yeah.
What are Heritage Flakes? What a terrible name.
Little Al friend here.
Yeah, I like it. Get that fall smell. Fall in your mouth here, folks. Fall in your mouth. Oh, that was us.
One takeaway as I watched that video, I'm reminded one of my rules, ladies and gentlemen and people who are watching, I don't eat on camera.
A couple of those you weren't here. Then we got the food on set.
Won't eat on camera. That's just one of my own.
Those were
personal,
off weeks.
I don't make predictions. And I don't eat on camera.
If you had to do one thing, would you do make a prediction first or eat a donut on camera?
Oh, gotta go with the donut.
I would eat a donut, yes.
Yeah.
I would eat a donut.
There we go.
Yes, exactly. Any hot predictions, any hot takeaways from 2022?
Yeah, we talked to a lot of executives here at Yahoo Finance. It's just cool to continue just to watch as we build our relationships with the likes of all these executives and what has been a very challenging year for the C-suite, for average Americans, and you name it. I would say my big prediction next year, I think you're going to see a rally in tech stocks. You would have to think it, especially some of these big cap tech names like a Salesforce, a Microsoft, all of these names that are rich with cash and that are still growing sales and profits and are likely to continue to do so even if we do get some form of recession next year. You have to think that some buyers start to emerge in these names.
Yeah, one thing that we've seen over the course of at least the tail end of this year for sure in an accelerated fashion is the cost restructuring or cost cutting, and that really coming on the back half of this year, 2022. And so going into 2023, after you take out a lot of that cost cutting measure and really look across the actions that executives are going to need to take from this point forward. That's going to be the true test. What are they doing with the headcount that they have to really make sure that productivity remains in place and that output for the companies as well, that they're able to still see consumers gravitate towards their either product or service. And that's going to be the true test, is how they build that out and retain the consumer base that they do have when consumers themselves are looking across how much they're spending, whether it's businesses or households as well.
I'm going to make a very safe projection for next year, which is that the Elon show is going to continue as much. I mean, this is sort of the love-hate story for me of 2022, right? It's a fascinating story. What has happened to Tesla, the whole Twitter back and forth. But Elon Musk's on here on Twitter again today, complaining about having to use people's pronouns and BS like that. That, like, just come on, guy.
It's like the Kardashian of the business world in terms of how that's the analogous kind of nature I would ascribe.
Unrelated? Boneless wings on set tomorrow, Julie. We'll send you a photo.
Who's on swings?
Boneless wings tomorrow on set
from
me and
who?
Brad. Well, I'm going to order them.
Oh, okay, sweet. Done deal.